Sup, this is Alex Chu coming at you with another episode. This episode, I basically want to tell you what's my experience with the, COVID-19. Okay. But before I talk about that, I want to tell you my name is Alex Chu. I'm the guy who invented physical mortality rings. These are rings that you put on your small fingers during sleep. You wear them, you don't age anymore. You become physically immortal. For example, For example, look at me. I'm already, I'm already 49. In a year I'll be 50. I look pretty good, right? So, if you wanna, my voice didn't really change that much. If you check out my video from 1999, right, still sound the same. You want to stay physically young forever? You buy my rings, okay? Link is at the bottom. LiveMuchLonger.com. LiveMuchLonger.com. But anyway, I just want to tell you my experience with COVID-19. I never got tested, but I'm pretty sure because I show most of the symptoms. Okay. My first symptom appeared in March 14th. Okay. What happened is I'm just sitting here minding my own business. Didn't have a fever, no headache, no temperature rise, nothing. And then suddenly I have a sore throat. And that's funny. I never ever have sore throat. Never ever have sore throat. I think I had sore throat when I was 18 years old, but that was 30 years ago. So I knew something's wrong because I watch YouTube videos. Other people lots of people report sore throat. So I know the virus is attacking my thyroid gland, or it's attacking my the lymph gland, right? But what happened is, I just used my machine. That night, I used my machine. I repaired it. I put my machine 40 inches away. Oh, this is a cell realignment machine, by the way. It fixes injury in the body using electrons, okay, using electron belt. I put this machine 40 inches away with a timer. Set the timer 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off. I repaired my sore throat the entire night. Next day, I wake up, no sore throat. I still feel a little strange though, and then if I touch my throat, it hurts. If I don't touch it, I leave it alone, it doesn't hurt. I could eat, I could talk, it doesn't hurt. And it took like 3 days to heal with the machine at 40 inches away until the throat feels totally normal, okay? And then, guess what? And then the virus did come back. And then I think around that time with the sore throat, I felt a little bit of very light chest pain. Very light, okay? And then, what else is there? And then the virus sort of came back. And then a few days later, maybe 5 days later, around like March 20th or something, because I hurt my knee before, I fell down in my garden and a stone, my left knee crashed on the stone, I hurt my knee before, but it never caused a lot of problem for me, not like, wow, serious. No, but anyway, I felt it when I was sleeping, okay, around like March 20th, when I was sleeping, I felt a sharp pain in my knee. Yeah, like somebody used a ice pick to stab my knee or something. Just not like extremely painful, but yeah, it's painful. I was sleeping, then suddenly I felt it. The pain lasted for like 10 minutes or something. But lots of other people they report the symptom. This is one of the symptoms of COVID-19. And then suddenly, I think in March, see, I was doing okay, all this time I was doing fine, all right? And then suddenly in March, just 2 days ago, was March 20th, okay? March 20th, what happened is, suddenly in the middle of the night, okay, something was attacking my lung. See, I have asthma, I have asthma asthma is upper respiratory infection, But I felt something attacking my lung, like deeper in my lung, like right here, not like not upper, but lower. But luckily, that time I had my machine 8 inches away without the timer. The machine is constantly running 8 inches away from my head. So luckily the machine is like sending lots of electron belt, lots of pressure, to my lung area, right? So there's a lot of pressure. So the virus, they cannot even ruin the lung. It's basically they would just die out because there's too much pressure. It's sort of like if you are inside an empty bar, right, and then two guys are fighting, and one guy throw beer bottles, and one guy throw chairs and tables and shit, and it ruined the whole bar. Basically it would mess up the whole bar. But imagine if the bar is packed, like very, very crowded, and it's so crowded that you cannot even walk, then those two guys, they cannot even fight because they cannot even move their arms and legs. They can't even fight. And that's what happened. When I use the machine, my machine produces so much electrons, right? It's so much electron pressure into the lung that all the lung cells are packed with electrons, so the virus, they cannot even act up. If the virus try to attack some part of the lung, it basically would fail. It basically would die out. So I would say the virus died out within 30 minutes. I felt something was attacking my lung because I have so much pressure from the machine. The virus is sort of like die out. It's sort of like somebody trying to start a forest fire. Somebody by burning one bush, but then unfortunately the whole forest is extremely wet because there was just a rain. There was just rain in the morning, and the whole forest is wet. So even if you try to start a forest fire, the fire dies out because the surrounding is wet. I think that's the reason why kids, they don't get this disease, they don't get this virus, because kids, they have a lot more electron in the body, Their wattage is higher. Their voltage is higher. They have higher electron pressure in the body. So I think that's the reason why this virus fails to make kids sick. And if you have this machine, it produces so much electron, right? Presses so much electron into your lung that your lung is sort of like a child's lung. It has lots of electrons, so virus fail to attack your lung, So, yeah, I felt that, and the attack lasted 30 minutes, but within that 30 minutes, I could breathe very normally. I just felt the attack. I knew something is attacking my lung, okay? And then guess what? It dies out in 30 minutes, and then guess what? It came back. Like 1 hour later, it tried to attack again, but then it dies out, like within 15 minutes it dies out. And then it came back again, and it tried to attack again, like maybe an hour later. But then that one died out like almost instantly. So what happened is, I have a theory, my theory is, your body does produce antibody, your immune system does produce antibody to fight a virus the moment you encounter this virus. But if the virus does not attack, right, then the body doesn't know. So the body does not produce antibody. The virus has to attack you. And I think that your body produces antibody only for a specific area, For example, I have the sore throat. So I fixed it with the machine, right? And then my sore throat went away, and then the virus does not attack my throat anymore. And then it was looking for other area. It attacked my knee, And then that lasted for like 20 minutes, and then the attack stops. And then at last, it tried to attack my lung. But then, luckily, I have the machine, so the machine sends so much pressure into the lung. If it cannot really it cannot damage my lung. And then eventually it just died out. And then now I don't feel anything, Now it's the 13th day, I don't feel anything anymore. It might come back, but I doubt it because, because every time it attacks a certain part of the body, my body would respond to it by producing antibody to confront the virus, So I believe that, that's the reason why this virus attacks in stages, just like what many people said, it attacks in stages. But as long as you can handle, as long as you have the proper equipment to handle all these stages, you should be fine. I'm pretty sure, if I didn't have the machine and when it was attacking my lung, I might get pneumonia. I might, because I do have asthma. You understand? I might get pneumonia. Oh, I also forgot to say that I also had a fever, like after the virus attacked my lung, like the very next day or something. Then I felt temperature rise. Then I have stuffy nose, and then headache. And then I put the machine at 40 inches away. Well, I was very worried because I just had something was attacking my lung. So I tried to place the machine at 8 inches, but the machine produces too much pressure, and I have a headache, so I have to push it 40 inches away and then add a timer. 1 minute, 1 minute's on, 1 minute's off. Okay, I find that when I have a headache, 1 minute's on, 1 minute's off would release the pain. The best way to release the pain. 1 minute's on, 1 minute's off, and then that got rid of the headache and the fever within one night. So, and then the rest is history.